him! Is a pre-warning for you guys. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright? Okay, so it's unclassified material. Well, you know what? Find me, do me. Too late, innit?
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years.
Mm-hmm.
Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve
That looks
to
like me
flourish
on the
in
right.
all types of environments.
Sorry.
From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself.
I love meerkats, by the way.
Only until very recently, things have changed. New
Right.
life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what
What
we
are
know
these,
about
then?
evolution itself.
You're talking about?
That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life.
Alright, what are the creatures, though?
First,
Talk to me.
what are these new life forms?
Here we go.
Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity?
I would probably say it's more
From what our
demonic,
scientists
but
have discovered,
that's just me, maybe.
No. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is for certain, Earth is now their home.
Oh, yeah.
What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know.
Hey, what's that?
These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones.
That sounds
They
horrible.
greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat.
Ugh.
Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as VITA CARNIS.
VITA CARNIS,
The
okay.
Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their Carnis relatives.
Oh my god.
The Carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the Carnis species, the crawl.
Ugh,
The
what the
crawl
hell,
is a
dude?
growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the
That actually makes me cringe looking at that, dude. What the frick? So that is the crawl.
host to divisions of other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings.
It's freaky.
The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth.
Okay.
The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means.
What's that, though?
Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis. The dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world.
I thought it would be in, like,
mostly
mostly hot countries, but okay.
Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's
look at
balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey.
It would seem to me that would that not like F over the other animals?
The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again.
Basically, a brand new food chain, isn't it?
This leads to an environment where all populations thrive. Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage.
Here we go, okay.
Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality.
Does it
The
though?
crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly
So, if I was to eat one of these, it's going to do nothing to me at all then? Is that what you're trying to say? For some reason, I don't think I believe that, but...
appearance and
Alright,
taste, it
we'll
has
go
yet to
with it
reach
for now.
cuisine standards.
Probably tastes
The
like
crawl
shit.
also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying.
Oh god, what's the next one?
Sometimes, in a crawl-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This
How?
node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal.
That is so weird.
This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing.
Okay,
The
what's
first
that?
of these creatures are the trimmings.
Whoa, oh my god, the trimmings. Oh man. Honestly, I'm going to tell you now. You're never going to make me eat one of them. The trimmings. Lovely.
Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body,
Dude,
round
they
head,
look fucking
small
evil.
eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs.
Okay.
All
How many
individual
limbs?
trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of
Really?
limbs, and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are
Okay.
a maximum of 20 centimeters in length,
It's quite
no
big.
larger than a basketball.
That's not quite big.
Its life starts with its separation from the crawl.
Mm-hmm.
It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being
Oh, it's an
able to
omnivore.
hunt
I was gonna
meat and
say, can it
forage for
eat-
plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots,
Okay,
seeds,
okay, I was gonna
insects,
say-
and deceased animals.
I was thinking, does it eat us?
Although its appearance is
Oh,
unsightly,
oh my
it is
God,
a cowardly
bruh,
creature,
what the
only
frick?
fleeing, screeching.
Looks like it's fucking crying. Well, screeching, as it just said, but what the frick? Dude, that's
and
like a...
hiding when threatened.
That's grim, bruh.
Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making
Yeah,
it easily
I can
overpowered
imagine.
and picked off very regularly by predators.
Hmm.
Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the
Ah.
case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes.
Yeah, I was gonna
keeping up their
say,
numbers.
it would never die out, I don't
Naturally,
think.
trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl.
Mm-hmm.
Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching
And as we said earlier, crawl is everywhere. Like, crawl is literally everywhere, all over the country. Well, over the planet, sorry. So, the way that I see it is it's never going to die out, is it? Ever. No.
maturity at around 7 months, having
Could
a
we eat them,
maximum
though?
lifespan of 2 to 4 years.
Oh, 2 to 4 years, though. Alright, okay.
Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests.
It's
Due to
like
them
rats,
digging
then,
through
isn't
trash
it?
bins and making
Like me.
excessive noise at night.
Haha. Literally.
Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets, and
Really?
relatively domesticate them.
Bro, why would you do that?
Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature.
You know
From
what,
their
you can call me a
plentiful
trimming
numbers
from now on if
to
you
their
want.
skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold.
If they're really not. They're
The
weird.
next species on our list is the meat snake.
Meat snake? Whoa, alright. Honestly, I will tell you this now. If you want to call me a trimming going forward, I will happily let you do it. Meat snake, alright, here we go then.
The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan.
Let's quickly go back to that,
depending
actually,
on
because
how
there was
much
something it was saying on there. Let me just see if I
Its
can
size
read
va-
that. It's
skin-like
saying, so transparent coating that acts as the brain and nervous system, holds the body together, contains the preserving fluids to keep the meat and organs from decaying. Odd.
membrane.
Sounds a bit
Its size varies during its lifespan,
crazy, right?
depending on how much it consumes.
Okay.
When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters.
That's
Although,
big.
under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague,
Yeah.
it can greatly surpass this length.
Oh, I bet.
The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A
Okay.
meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism.
So it says dead animals or parts, but when you say parts, do you mean parts of us, as in humans, or do you just mean parts of animals? That's my
The
question.
meat snake locates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch
Okay.
and feel its
So
environment.
it's a snake.
The
Okay.
sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake
Next
that there
level
is food
snake.
nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat
Yeah.
snake's name.
Haha.
Once
It's
it
a meat
locates
snake's
the
name.
corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals.
Right.
Some will break down soft tissue like skin and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible.
Alright.
After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake.
Yeah.
Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted.
So, okay, so we've just jumped in saying it's in the pelvis, hair, fingernails, blah, blah, blah. But would you class that as a human being? Or not? Says it will be excreted, so basically it comes out of its ass. Best way to explain it. But, I don't know.
Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each
What?
meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to
How?
what that
What
one has
the
consumed.
It's just made it
During its
even more of a
lifespan,
next level
it
snake.
will swap or replace these skulls if needed.
Mm-hmm.
A
What?
meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes.
Right.
The longest one has lived for was 28 years.
28 years, wow.
The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only
Wow.
significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating.
Okay.
Interestingly,
Oh my
the
god,
meat
how
snake
big it
is
is.
the only member of the Carnis family that is able to reproduce.
Oh,
When a
it can
meat snake reaches an
reproduce.
excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms.
That is weird. What the fuck?
Meat snakes
Sorry.
can only be found in
What?
moderate temperature climates, not too
Okay.
hot, not too cold. Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body
What about if I have a meat snake that is a pet, yeah? And then I kill somebody and I've got a dead body and I'm thinking, fuck it. I use that to dispose of it?
disinfects the area,
I know that's just a bit
preventing the
crazy,
spread
but
of disease.
that's my point.
Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering
Oh,
bodies
there we
and
go, yeah,
parts,
so you could,
and within
yeah.
zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
Oh, man.
They are extremely tame, not caring if any creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This
Okay.
means they are very easy to tame.
That's it.
Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself.
I don't know if
It
I
is an
believe
amazing
that.
experience to encounter one,
No,
as
it's
long
really
as you
not.
don't mind the smell. Our next creature is the mimic.
I'm honestly questioning this. I'm honestly questioning it. I seriously am. What is with these next level animals or whatever you want to call them? Oh god, that meat snake. I wouldn't go near one. Like the mimic. Okay, this
The
seems
mimic
more
is a
like
bipedal creature
us.
with uncanny
I would say
similarities
maybe,
to
but I don't
humanoid
know.
anatomy.
Maybe.
They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features.
Yeah, there we go.
These
There we
features
go.
include extended finger length, longer
Right.
limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it
The mouth contains entirely something with a something something. Okay, I'll just go with that.
resembles a happy face, This is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped.
I bet they're evil
The moth
mofos,
or
aren't
mimic
they?
contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back.
How?
This
Oh
tooth
god.
composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole.
Oh, I bet.
A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
What? So does it just eat us then?
Because of this, they are found
Think
solely
so.
around human-populated areas.
I bet they are, yeah.
The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages.
I probably got one down the fucking road, didn't I?
In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek,
Oh
and
my
only
god,
have
that
4
looks
appendages.
disgusting.
In this stage,
Sorry.
the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow.
Right.
Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life.
Oh,
Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its
Okay.
hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated.
but then does it get... It goes to
now
another
stalks
level
and
as well,
feeds only
yeah?
on humans.
Mimic locked in home after owner escaped.
It will locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target.
Okay.
To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself.
Like
These
what?
include clothing, mannequins, and furniture.
This is so weird.
Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable.
Basically a fucking
This
stalker.
is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough.
Yeah.
The mimic will then execute
Whoa,
it immediately
whoa, whoa, whoa,
for
whoa.
consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair
Yeah.
distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves.
Yeah.
Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
Whoa! God, what is this? The hell, bro? Is this like mimic footage? I think it might well be, you know? Oh god. Might want to get out of there if I was you. Oh man, what's gonna happen? I don't like this. Oh my god, it's a hand. It's a mimic. What the F, dude? Oh no! Fucking. I can't believe I just watched that. What the hell, dude? That mimic is fucking creepy. Now, anyway, just get into it, right? So they said there's 3 stages. So you've got the little one, then you've got the bigger one, which we've just seen. Then you get another stage. What the hell was that? What?
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has 2 potential morphs it may develop
Right,
into.
morphs, okay.
If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it
Yeah.
will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being.
This is basically the government in
It now can
2023.
blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its
mimic.
humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes.
Okay.
This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin.
Alright.
The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat.
So teeth line back of throat used to pull down while also shredding as it progresses downward. Oh fuck ow.
Leaving its mouth a toothless grin.
Oh,
It
that's
uses the
so
dark
scary.
hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet.
Basically, that's some next level
Because of
human.
the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
You got like some sort of like EAS
1.
in, is it really?
Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings.
Okay.
2. If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities.
My question though, they're saying that like if there's like a mimic sighting, but the thing is, you've got to be honest, is that like they were saying they're very when they get to like an Aldo or even the other one, the problem is they can dress up in stuff, can't they? So you may not even know it is a mimic to the last bloody second before you get eaten alive. So I don't know if this really works, to be honest. I mean, that's my opinion, but still, I don't know.
3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route.
Sure about that?
4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face,
What about
and
if I just
vital
play dead
organs from
like you do with a
attack.
bear?
Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A
Okay.
mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks.
Just defend yourself then. Just let it go for you.
In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture.
Just don't go
A
outside.
mimic will not linger too long to search for prey and will move on.
I don't believe that, but okay.
Be safe, and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs. Next up, the Harvester.
I honestly, I've got to say that we're going to be coming back to this series because this series is so good. We're going to be checking out the Harvester probably on another video going forward. We're going to definitely finish this series. But so far, I'm really liking this. This is probably one of my favourite analog horror series that I've watched in a while. That is VITA CARNIS. If you enjoyed my reaction, consider subscribing to my channel and also liking the video. And also go and check out the YouTuber, well, creator, my description. Talk soon, guys. Peace out and keep it locked.